So in this problem, we're told that a group of friends decided to divide the cost of an $800 trip equally amongst themselves, and we're told about what happens when two of the friends decided to not go on the trip. And we're looking for how many friends were in the group originally. So this is kind of a sly system of equations setup. So let's say x is the number of friends originally, and let's say y is the cost per person. Okay, so we are given that initially there's going to be 800. So initially it's going to be $800 divided by the number of original people, right? So 800 divided by the number of people is the original. Let's say this is also the original. Y is so so 800 divided by the number of people equals y, the cost per person. Okay, we're given another equation though. We're told that when two of the friends decided not to go, each person's cost increased by 20. So how can we write that? We can write that as 800 divided by what? X minus 2 now, right? We can write it as x minus 2. So 800 divided by the original minus 2, 2 less than the original, now equals what? Not just y, but it equals our original y plus 20, because it's 20 more. And so we're looking for how many friends were in the group originally. So how can we solve for that? We're solving for x. This is what we want to know. Well, the way we've written it, we actually already have one of the variables isolated, right? So let's go ahead and just plug this in for y and then solve for x. So I'm plugging, again, this whole thing into this y because it's equal to y. So then I can rewrite this as 800 over x minus 2 is equal to 800 over x, right? That's y, plus 20. So let's see how we can solve it from here. So we probably want to just remove these fractions. How can we do that? There's a few ways of going about it. Let's just start by removing this one by multiplying everything by x. So this times x, this is going to get a times x, this is going to get a times x. So that means on this side we'll have 800x. Remember, this is x minus 2 on the bottom. You can't just cancel out those x's. So it's 800x over x minus 2 equals, these x's cancel out, right? So that's just equals 800 and then plus 20x. Okay, so we've removed one of the fractions. Let's remove the other one. How can we do that? We can multiply everything now by x minus 2. Remember, you have to multiply that by either a factor of the denominator or the entire denominator to make something go away. So x minus 2 here, so this is going to get times x minus 2. This is going to get times x minus 2. So this cancels with this, so you're left with 800x is equal to 800 times x minus 2 plus 20x times x minus 2. So at this point, we probably want to distribute and go from there. So 800x is equal to 800x, and then, distributing, so minus 1600 plus 20x times x is 20x squared, and 20x times negative 2 is negative 40x. From here, we want to isolate x. So actually, let's just start by subtracting 800x from both sides. And not only do we get rid of this term, but we pretty much get it set equal to 0 already, right? We have a 0 equals negative 1,600 minus 40x plus 20x squared. So we already have a nice little quadratic here. There's a few ways you can solve this. You can actually, since this is the calculator part, you can actually go ahead and just graph this and find the zeros. But I would suggest first dividing by 20. Let's just divide everything here by 20 just to get some more simple numbers, and you have to divide both sides, right? So, but it's still 0 equals 1600 divided by 20, or negative 1600. So this is negative 80 minus 2x. Right, again, we divide each individual term by what's on the bottom. And then plus x squared. So what now? Well, you can, at this point, you can either use the quadratic formula, or you can just go ahead and try to factor this. So you're looking for a number that multiplies to get negative 80 and adds to get negative 2. Let's see. Let's see, what's 80 divided by 15? Okay. I'm just trying out possibilities to see if I can factor this real quick. Because if I can't, I'd rather not, but I might just have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the quadratic formula. I can't figure this out fast enough. If you can, then good for you. If you figure it out, then you just set your factors equal to 0 and you get your values of x. So let me just do the quadratic formula over here real quick. So negative b, so negative 2 plus or minus. I told you guys I wasn't good at factoring.